Ancient humans' fishing techniques. Have you ever wondered how ancient humans caught fish before fishing rods, hooks, nylon lines, boats, or even metal tools existed? Imagine standing beside a wild river nearly 50,000 years ago. The water is freezing cold. You haven't eaten for 2 days. Every movement burns precious energy. Somewhere beneath the surface, hundreds of fish swim past, but you have absolutely nothing that resembles modern fishing gear. So how did humans survive? The surprising answer is that they became some of the most creative hunters Earth has ever seen. They turned rocks into traps, rivers into giant nets, and sometimes even convinced fish to catch themselves. By the end of this video, you'll see that ancient fishing wasn't simply about grabbing food. It was one of the greatest survival technologies our species ever invented. Let's travel back to the beginning. Early humans quickly discovered an important pattern. Unlike deer or mammoths, fish came to them. Rivers, lakes, coastlines, and wetlands became predictable food sources. Animals migrated, fruits disappeared with the seasons, but water almost always contained life. This realization completely changed human survival. Instead of chasing prey for dozens of kilometers, people learned to wait where nature delivered dinner. But there was one problem. Fish are incredibly difficult to catch with bare hands. They're fast, they're slippery, they can sense vibrations in the water, and they disappear the moment danger approaches. Ancient humans probably failed hundreds of times before developing techniques that actually worked. One of the earliest methods was astonishingly simple: shallow water trapping. Instead of chasing fish, humans looked for small pools left behind after rivers flooded. As the water level dropped, fish became trapped inside isolated ponds. People simply walked in and collected them by hand. It required almost no technology, only observation. Soon humans became even smarter. They began creating the same situation artificially. Using stones, branches, and mud, they built small walls across narrow streams. Water continued flowing through tiny openings, but fish swimming downstream suddenly became trapped behind the barriers. The fish had nowhere to escape. Instead of hunting one fish, they trapped dozens. This may have been humanity's first large-scale fishing system. Then came one of history's cleverest inventions: fish weirs. Imagine hundreds of wooden stakes driven into a riverbed. They formed enormous V-shaped fences. The wide opening faced upstream. As fish naturally swam through the river, the walls gradually guided them into an increasingly narrow passage. Eventually, every fish entered a tiny holding area. The fish had unknowingly imprisoned themselves. Some fish weirs discovered by archaeologists are over 8,000 years old. Others may be much older, preserved beneath ancient river sediments. Entire communities could survive using a single well-built fish weir. But rivers weren't the only opportunity. Along coastlines, ancient people learned to use the ocean itself. During high tide, fish entered shallow, rocky areas searching for food. Humans built circular stone walls around these pools. When the tide retreated, the ocean left. The fish stayed behind. People returned hours later to collect fresh seafood almost effortlessly. Nature had become their fishing partner. Sometimes patience defeated speed. Ancient hunters noticed that fish often rested beneath logs, rocks, or shaded riverbanks. Instead of chasing them, people quietly surrounded these hiding places. Several individuals worked together. One slowly disturbed the water. Others blocked escape routes. The frightened fish swam directly into waiting hands. Cooperation dramatically increased success. Fishing wasn't always an individual activity. It became one of humanity's earliest team sports. As technology improved, people began making tools specifically designed for fishing. Long before metal hooks existed, humans carved hooks from bone. Animal bones, bird bones, antlers, even shells. These hooks look surprisingly modern. Some curved naturally. Others included tiny barbs that prevented fish from escaping. Plant fibers became fishing lines. Animal sinew provided additional strength. Suddenly, humans could fish in much deeper water. Larger fish became available. Calories increased dramatically. This single invention may have supported growing populations across the world, but hooks weren't the only innovation. Spearfishing appeared remarkably early. Imagine standing perfectly still beside crystal clear water. You're holding a sharpened wooden spear. Nothing moves. Minutes pass. Then, a shadow glides beneath the surface. One explosive strike. Success. Although it sounds simple, underwater vision creates a major challenge. Light bends when entering water. Fish aren't actually where they appear to be. Ancient humans had to learn this through painful trial and error. They eventually discovered that aiming slightly below the visible fish dramatically improved accuracy. Without understanding physics, they mastered refraction. Later, multiple-pronged spears made the job easier. Instead of one point, hunters used 3, 4, or even 5 sharpened tips. Missing became much less likely. Some communities also used fire. At night, calm water reflects almost everything. Ancient people carried burning torches along shorelines or in simple boats. The bright light attracted curious fish. At the same time, darkness made it difficult for fish to recognize approaching danger. When fish gathered beneath the flame, hunters struck with spears. The glowing fire acted like an ancient fishing lure. Another brilliant invention was the fishing basket. Woven from reeds, flexible branches, or vines, these baskets worked like one-way doors. Fish could easily swim inside. Leaving was much harder. Some baskets remained underwater all day. People simply returned later to collect whatever had wandered inside. Imagine waking up to discover breakfast had caught itself overnight. Ancient humans also understood seasons remarkably well. They noticed that certain fish migrated every year. Salmon, for example, returned upstream in enormous numbers. Rather than searching randomly, entire communities waited at known migration routes. For a few weeks each year, rivers overflowed with food. Families worked together. Children helped gather fish. Adults preserved them by drying or smoking. One successful fishing season could provide food for months. Fishing changed more than diets. It changed civilization. Reliable fish supplies allowed people to remain in one location longer. Villages grew beside rivers. Trade developed. Knowledge passed between generations. Children learned exactly where fish appeared each season. Grandparents taught the safest techniques. Fishing knowledge became family wealth. Archaeologists have even discovered ancient fish bones far from the ocean. This reveals something extraordinary. People transported dried fish over enormous distances. Fish became one of humanity's earliest traded food. Different communities exchanged seafood for stone tools, animal skins, pigments, and other valuable resources. Long before written history, fishing had already become an economy. Perhaps the most impressive achievement wasn't any single invention. It was observation. Ancient humans watched rivers for thousands of years. They memorized water levels, moon cycles, fish behavior, weather patterns, migration seasons. Without books, without science, without satellites, they created an incredibly detailed understanding of aquatic ecosystems. Modern fishermen still rely on many of the same principles today. Find predictable movement, understand seasonal behavior, use natural geography, work with nature instead of fighting it. It's remarkable to realize that many techniques invented thousands of years ago still outperform expensive modern equipment under the right conditions. The next time you see someone casting a fishing rod into a quiet lake, remember something surprising. That simple moment represents the latest chapter of an incredibly ancient story. A story that began when hungry humans stood beside a river with empty hands, looked into the water, and invented entirely new ways to survive. Without those early fishing techniques, many human societies might never have grown large enough to build villages, cities, or civilizations. In a very real sense, the path to the modern world may have started with a single fish,